All right, let's dive into the fascinating inner world of the night owl. If you've ever felt like your brain just flips a switch and comes alive while everyone else is powering down for the night, then yeah, this one is definitely for you.
Does this sound familiar? You're in the zone, feeling clear, creative, maybe even brilliant. But it's only when the house is quiet and the world outside is dark. Well, you're not alone, and it turns out there's some really cool psychology behind why that happens. You know, society has some pretty strong opinions about people who stay up late, right? But what if all those labels are just completely missing the point? We're about to unpack that myth and get to what's really going on in the night owl's mind.
I mean, look at this contrast. On one side, you have the myth, lazy, difficult, unproductive. But the psychological reality? It's someone who is wired for autonomy, for deep thinking, and is driven by something from within. So let's break down exactly why that is.
Okay, so the first major reason your brain loves the night is a really deep-seated need for autonomy. It's all about taking back your time from the pressures of a world that, let's be honest, probably wasn't built for you. Just think about your day for a second. From the moment you wake up, you're navigating this maze of social obligations, answering emails, hitting deadlines, constantly managing how other people see you. These are the invisible rules of the daytime world.
And that feeling of being constrained actually has a name. It's called psychological reactance. It's that inner resistance you feel when it seems like your freedom is being chipped away by rigid schedules or other people's demands. For anyone who really values their independence, that 9-to-5 structure can feel like a cage.
So, staying up late? It's not about slacking off. It's a deliberate act of reclaiming control. In the quiet of the night, your time is finally yours again. There's nobody telling you what to do, you're in charge, and that feeling is just incredibly powerful. Now, this need for autonomy connects directly to our second point, because beyond just taking back control, the night offers something absolutely vital for a busy mind. It lets you go from overwhelming noise to, finally, some real clarity.
During the daytime, a highly analytical mind is often stuck in what you could call survival mode. We're not talking about physical survival, of course, but cognitive survival, just trying to process the constant flood of information and demands coming at you from every direction.
And that mental noise it's relentless. You're juggling social cues, dealing with constant interruptions, thinking about what others expect from you, all while replaying conversations and running through a million what-ifs. It's cognitive overload, and it makes deep thinking almost impossible. But then, the night comes. The notifications stop. The world goes silent. And for the first time all day, your mind can stop reacting and just reflect. It can finally hear itself think. This space allows for something called metacognition. It's a fancy term, but all it really means is thinking about your own thinking. It's that ability to step back, look at your own thought patterns, and make connections with incredible clarity. And the quiet of the night? It's the perfect laboratory for that to happen. But that kind of clarity, it's only really possible in a space that feels safe. And that brings us to our third psychological reason, the need for a sanctuary. For so many people, the night is a protective space to recharge and get back in touch with who they actually are. Seriously, if you're an introvert or just a highly sensitive person who tends to notice everything, the daytime can feel like an emotional battlefield. The constant social interaction is just mentally and emotionally draining. It feels like you're performing all day long, and it is exhausting. And that's why choosing to be awake when others are asleep isn't antisocial at all. It's a strategy for self-preservation. And even more than that, it's about identity reconstruction. It's in these quiet hours that you can process everything and figure out who you are, far away from the judgment of others.
So when you look at these three things, autonomy, clarity, and sanctuary, what do they all point to? Well, they all point to a powerful internal locus of control. It means your drive, your motivation, it just comes from a different place.
Your strength and your creativity, they come from within you. They don't come from the approval or the structure of the 9-to-5 world. You don't need an audience or a pat on the back to feel productive. You're driven by your own internal standards.
So listen, if you're a night owl, maybe it's time to stop feeling guilty about it. Let's reframe this. You value autonomy over obligation. You are wired for deep analytical thought. You instinctively protect your energy so you can understand yourself better, and you are driven by your own standards, not by public praise. These aren't flaws. These are your superpowers.
So that leaves us with one final question to think about.
Instead of fighting against your own wiring, what could you unlock if you started working with it? What incredible things could you achieve by truly embracing the power of your night owl mind?